This might be the easiest fraction yet, if you argue otherwise. I believe mixed numbers or mixed fractions are much simpler to be understood. Without further ado, we will work on the first activity. As a refresher, 1 whole is equal to a fraction with the same numerator and denominator. So seeing this one box fully shaded in, we know that we will have 1, because it is not necessary to write 4 over 4. But this time, we have 2 boxes. Only the first box is all shaded in. The second box has 3 parts shaded in. First of all, the denominator will remain the same, so for this second box, we will have 4 as our denominator, while 3 would be the numerator, representing the shaded parts. As we put the first fraction and the second fraction together, we would have 3 over 4. If we were to break this down further, you would get 4 over 4 plus 3 over 4, which then equals to 7 over 4. Hey, that looks familiar. Isn't that an improper fraction? That definitely is, but we won't be talking about how we went from an improper to a mixed number yet. And now we are working with 3 circles. They are split into 4 parts, but since it's all shaded in, we can treat it as 4 over 4 or 1 whole. Since there are 3 circles or 3 wholes, there would be a total of 3, because we know 1 plus 1 plus 1 is equal to 3. We also know that it's equal to 3 wholes if we times 1 3 times. We would get 3 as technically our fraction, but how do we write that as our fraction? Well, there is something called the reciprocal. All whole numbers have an imaginary 1 as its denominator, so whenever you need the whole number to turn into a fraction, simply put a 1 under the whole number. Ta-da! Now you have 3 wholes, or 3 over 1 as your fraction. Let's try this with 2 wholes and 3 quarters. We will write this into our mixed number, which is 3 over 4. We would do the opposite and draw the shapes based on the number of wholes and parts they're divided into. First off, we have 2 wholes, so that means we don't really have to divide the shape. Here's the first whole, and we will just duplicate the second one. On the other hand, we need to divide the third square into 4 parts and shade in 3 parts. Don't worry too much about this last activity, because this is just to help you understand where the holes came from and to double check your answer more visually for those that are visual learners. Well, thank you for keeping up with this series, and take care.